I mean, yeah, Cowboys did not get the victory against Tampa Bay, and it was 31-29. You know, they only lost by 2. But I still feel like offensively, they were impressive dealing with what they had to deal with as far as like the offensive line and also going against the number one rushing defense in the NFL. I was having an issue with them not running the football, but again, look who's on that front seven. I totally get it. So there was a lot of time where you had to see a Ezekiel Elliott and you had to see a Tony Pollard back there pass blocking, run blocking, chip blocking for Dak Prescott, which I didn't expect them to throw the ball 58 times. And so for all you guys worried about him not throwing the ball in the preseason, strained shoulder, he's fine, he's not fine, and things like that. Everything that he was supposed to do in preseason, he did that week 1. And we both see that now. We all see that hey, his shoulder is fine. He was making some pretty good throws, pretty good passes. Pretty much stayed in the pocket a whole lot this whole time. Never really see him scramble as much. He didn't really have to scramble that much until Shaq Lawson was chasing his ass and got them 2 sacks on him. And so just by seeing that, I have no worry about him. I was very impressed by his performance. You know what I'm saying? On Thursday, comeback player of the year to me still. You know, just from that performance alone, what he has done. Now, of course, when you get to the defense, like we mentioned every single time, you got to get some pressure on the quarterback. They wasn't doing that. Brady only got hit 2 times, and that's secondary. And Anthony Brown, I don't know what to tell you, fam. Like you
Kevin
can't,
King.
Kevin. I mean, yeah, you getting Kevin King out there. You can't look for safety help all the damn time. Okay, that's something that you can't just look for. At some point in time in your career as a cornerback, you got to be able to hold somebody one on one. And you getting matched up with Antonio Brown. I mean, granted that the Cowboys did get some takeaways. They did get some takeaways. They had 4 in the game, and you would expect a defense that get that many takeaways. You expect them to win the game. Can't do that because you still have a situation where you have, they cannot score points off turnovers. You have a field goal kicker, what I'm saying, Zerline coming from back surgery, which I'm surprised about that. You know what I'm saying? He that's 7 total points that's missing from that. Cowboys lost by 2. That would have really helped them out a whole lot. Even the first field goal alone, which, shout out to Major League Dave, just a bit outside to the left. You know what I'm saying?
Just man,
So
it looked like that. It looked like Don's video.
It was Don video when we was out there in Mesquite. That's the first thing that I thought of. And then you listening to your special teams coach, Mike McCarthy, to kick a 60-yard field goal going towards the end of the half. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to make anything better. So, once again, it looks like another situation where Dak Prescott is going to have to win the football game for the Dallas Cowboys every single game. Every single game. I don't want him throwing the ball 58 times, though. That I do not want to see at all. And when it comes to them playing next week, and now we just got the news that DeMarcus Lawrence, he's out indefinitely with a broken foot. You have Randy Gregory. He's been put on COVID protocol. And now you have Lyle Collins, who's suspended for 5 games. And you got Zach Martin coming back. But again, what do I always ask for them every single time, y'all? What do I ask for every single year? 2 things. Stay healthy, stay sober. That's all I ask for y'all to do. So now you got a situation where now you got to figure out who to plug in and play. It's always next man up with this football team. So, of course, you know what I'm saying, having the Chargers that they're healthy, by the way, you know what I'm saying, they're good on both sides of the football. And so it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with this football team when they go to LA.
Yeah, real quick before we get to our week 2 picks. Yeah, I'm not going to blame the defense because they played probably the best offense in football, not named the Chiefs, I think, in my opinion. They balance the run real good. The offensive line is good. Brady is Brady. When you have those 3 receivers, if you can get Godwin and Evans to not drop the ball, that game is not close. But they had a lot of drops. The defense did what they could do. Jordan Lewis had a couple of turns. Shout out to Don's Michigan boys. Jordan Lewis had an interception and a fumble recovery. Cowboys had turnovers. I think that was the first team in NFL history that had 4 turnovers to 1 and lost the game. And actually lost the game. That never happens. And credit to the defense. They could do what they only could do. I mean, Antonio Brown's elite. Minus the trouble, we know he's a wide receiver 1 on a lot of teams. So yeah, Mike McCarthy should definitely get fired, and that's what I'm reading the comments. Robin Rich says, Greg Delaire turned to Mike Vanderjack. Laughing out, the Cowboys need to fire Mike McCarthy for that 60-yard attempt. All right, Robin. Once again, I guess he's the Steelers fan, but he's right. But yeah, Cowboys got to figure it out, which we'll go to the week 2 picks. But I was impressed. I will say this. I maybe slept on Amari Cooper a little too much. Boy, he's an elite route runner.
That dude was fantastic.
And Tampa Bay got some issues in their secondary they're going to have to deal with. They are really bad. And I know they lost Bunton. What's his name? Murphy Bunton. Is that his name? If I'm not mistaken.
Murphy Bunton, yeah.
Yeah, he separated his shoulder or whatever. So he's out a couple weeks. But boy, that secondary is anemic. And our guy, Justin BC Craddock, wanted to ask us, guys, while you're on the subject, make a prediction who wins the NFC. So real quick, I know we did this last week, but go ahead real quick. Y'all going to give y'all NFC East picks.
Dallas.
Yes, but if healthy, Philly.
I got Philly. I think that this is a train wreck waiting to happen. I love Dallas, but Mike McCarthy's going to get fired. Nothing convinces me that he's going to make the right decision. And
it's going to be a four-way tie.
And it could be. But I mean,
everybody going to be 8-9.
8-9. Everybody 8-9. Come on.
And shout to Jeremiah. He says that I got Philly.